in the greater scheme of things, this is in preparation for the showpiece in the Americas. So let's start with your reflections overall with the two games.
I think the first half from our side was good. We had again the three very open chances and didn't score. So in such a game that can be crucial. The second half, I think we were overpowered by Panama. They had more power in the team, more speed in the team. We came many times in difficulties and we couldn't play our game anymore. So therefore again, and what I said also before the two games played, that this is a good test for us. We know now what it is international football and what it is football from other continents. And again, I'm very happy that we played today against Panama. And we have to say also that what we didn't do on Friday, winning the game, that did Panama today.
Coach, there are some positions of interest, that centre-back pairing, who you go for when it goes to the World Cup. Midfield pairing, Mokoena and Bata, Oyaya Sitole. Are you edging closer to who you're finally going to opt for when it comes to your final men's squad?
That was also the goal of those two games, to see some players, see if we can use them in the future, to see some positions also with other players. And therefore, again, it was a very interesting game for us and for me. So it will not make my choice easier, but I saw some things that I didn't know before the game, and that is very important.
You also gave some opportunities to the likes of Hlongwane. Ime Ocon got a chance to play for the national team as well. Are you then happy with these players, and do they still have an opportunity, coach, considering that they haven't played that much in the national jersey?
Yeah, I think that was the reason why we had those players today and also Friday in the team. So I wanted to see it, because you only know the performances in the club, but this is different. So again, it was for me a very interesting two games, and we will see what we are going to do with it in the future.
Coach, just above 70 days left to the World Cup. Can you perhaps maybe map a way forward? Should we anticipate maybe another friendly for the side?
Yeah, there has to be another friendly, that is for sure, in June. So for the moment we don't know which team or what country. At the other side, I'd like to play maybe against a European team or maybe an Asian team, because we have to play against South Korea. So we will see in the next weeks, and I hope that we will have soon an opponent for June.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you very much.
And that is Coach of South Africa, Coach Hugo Broos, and I am now joined by the coach of Panama, Coach Christensen. Coach, congratulations, a 2-1 victory, much different from the performance on Friday.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the performance, and especially the personality that the team showed today. We were much more aggressive, had more the control of the ball, and created more situations that we liked. So I think it's fair. The result, we were good in the set pieces, and I'm happy for our defense that they also score goals.
You said you wanted to test a few of your players. Yes, your preparation for this game was a little disrupted, but are you satisfied with what you saw in these two friendlies?
I'm very, very happy. As I mentioned, I want to see everyone in action. The only one were Samudio, our goalkeeper, but I didn't want to risk, because he could not warm up, and to give him 5 minutes and get injured, that would be too much risk.
You have a tough group at the World Cup, Ghana, England, just to name Croatia as well. Was this adequate performance preparation for you and your team with the World Cup edging closer?
I think it was a good test for the team, how they stood up in this difficult game with a full stadium. You could feel that also, and get in front 0-1, and after receive the goal and still come back the way we did. That's why I'm speaking about the personality.
And with Ghana in your group, was South Africa maybe the next best opposition, just to be able to test yourself with African opposition?
It was a test. I saw yesterday also Ghana against Germany. and the other game they played against Austria. So I know perfectly what we're gonna find or get in the World Cup. But this were a good preparation for us.
Good luck going forward, coach.
Thank you.
That's Coach Christensen there speaking about the group that he's going to play at the World Cup. He's got a tough group. He's got Croatia that he's going to look up to, and he's got as well as Ghana that he's going to look up to, and he's also got England, of course, that he's going to be playing as well. So a tough group. Thanks so much, Coach, for coming through with your team. It started off, so in the first half. We said South Africa finding their pace. In the second half, we saw the team that is ranked 30th in the world show up and show us their stature. And it doesn't get any better for Bafana Bafana. Because remember, you got 15th in Mexico. They're 15 places above the team that we just played, right? Then you've got South Korea who are 30th. And then right now, as we speak, it's half time between Denmark and Czechia. One of those teams is going to fall into our group. At the moment, Denmark is trailing by a goal. It's 1-0. So by the time we get off the air, 45 minutes would have been played. And by the end of tonight, we will know who it is that we're playing. But as far as this game is concerned, a reflection there from Lonabo Miso. Thank you so much. And Coach Hugo Bruce. 2-1 is how it ended. A fitting result for the match we just saw, Tampo. Do you think?
Yeah, it was a game of two boxes. I thought the Panama team made sure that we suffer in our box. In their box, they allow us to hit the back of the net, even though we didn't enter the box really. But I do believe that this is an international match where it's a game of limited chances, but the one who takes these chances win the match.
What did we learn from this game? Because this was a learning match, right? Results don't matter, we said. This is about learning. What did we learn?
Yeah, I think the first game here Friday, it was disappointing because of the chances we've created, which today, as Konama, no creator even 4. I'm a chance, short chances, I'm a short goal score opportunity jenga Friday. So it's for this what you need to be clinical. And also the way we considered a set place and the corner kick, especially the second goal, the defense, I think Sibene Ninking and Yana Lapa, Azange Babe Manandi. So being clinical and make sure Uguti Nani la move a set place, we need to improve.
Okay, Statike for example, live from Ekapa. We're going to take a look at it.
Home, ngoba sekumuntu wase-USA. Manufikile Mbokazi. How are you? All right?
Sharp, huh?
Ngiyaphila. Let's talk about ukubuya kule squad namhlanje ukhona ukudlala ne-team and just how you feel ukubuya futhi along with abantu ojwayele ukudlala nabo.
Yeah, ngijabulile ukuba nabadlali abanjengalaba engijwayele ukudlala nabo ekade ngagcina ukudlala nabo. Lokho kwenza ukuthi kungikhuthaze ukuthi ngiqhubeke ngisebenze lisekhona ithuba lokuthi ngiqhubeke ngidlale nabo. Yabo nje sidlale kahle kakhulu futhi ukubambisana ikhona okusizile akusho ukuthi loser namhlanje sibhedile okanjani. Sisazoqhubeka siphushe sibambisane le loser namhlanje yona izosikhuthaza ukuthi singaphinde sithole le midlalo siyakuyona.
Njengoba soyitholile i-taste yokudlala e-USA ukuthi kunjani kungaba injabulo kangakanani for wena to be able to play neBafana Bafana ku-World Cup?
Yeah, khona le experience engithole ngale engitholile kulama game engadlalile nokuba khona. Mhlambe mangafika nakhe eteamini nami sesiyodlala World Cup khona engalekelela ngakho. Ngeke ngisho ukuthi kuphi na kuphi kodwa lokho engizokwenza engizokukhombisa ukuthi ngithole ngale mhlambe ngayilekelela i-team nawo.
Manje le goal olikorile uyawa-practice ngoba ngathi uyawathanda laba goal anje.
Hayi akenzeka ngishaye nje noma sijimele. Kuyenzeka ngeke ngisho ukuthi ngiyaphatriza noma ngeke ngisho kanje amaqondene nje ngiyathanda ukuthi ngishaye epalini.
Thank you so much Mbokazi.
Thank you so much to Lonabo Miso there, Nombokazi, here, Koreguletu, Lona Lord, to Silkori Legunjalwa, Namshanje, Ushanje, Interswagala. Look at that. That's the beautiful stadium in Cape Town. People leaving, 50,000 of them exiting that stadium. Thank you so much for showing Bafana Bafana love South Africa. You started in Durban and you continued now too. Now, let's take a look at this match critically and perhaps let's start at the head of it all. Let's start with Coach Hugo Bruce, right? Did he get anything wrong? Did he get anything right? Is there anything that you could perhaps say, Almosevela, Umbileta Toko, or a coach, Nake Wonor?
Yeah, There's a lot of positives, Omar, looking at the two matches that they played against this deadly Panama. I call it deadly Panama because they don't miss a lot. We saw today, we saw on Friday. But in Gam 7, I get two shokopil. When I look at Lyle Fosler, today he didn't show like the chances that he missed on Friday. Today I think he was shy to get into the last end of it. But I was worried with the fact that he didn't show bravery.
Speaking of, the other thing that we need to do is defensively shuffle my team again, because you look at how we conceded both goals.
Yeah, set place again. Umudiba not clearing. Actually, Ulbusela in the middle of the park. And the Lapana Yabona is pity. Yagazutu Baduban, Yashaya, deflection. Look at the finish. Lo.
Jose Cordova.
Yeah, Cordova.
Yeah.
Ileto Esishi Lyle Foster, one of the chances I missed last week Friday, where goalkeeper Pumile. Goalkeeper Maka Pumile, normally by a parts, we eat to Halasho. We are cheaper, look at this. So we are born with the Magic Bonisa Uti, Babu level, a Pezulga, Nani, Gunati, in terms of decision making and being clinical.
Yeah, Shuffle, when you look at the person who scored is Jose Cordova, the man who plays in Norwich. He's a centre back, 25-year-old. He knows that in that position, what you have to do is just to poke it. You poke it over the goalkeeper. You dink it over the goalkeeper. And that's the position that you spoke about, that Kongwane should know how to dink over the goalkeeper. They force errors. This is not a goal that they will say they're coming from a training ground. What they do, they want you to play into your box and have those panic buttons where you clear it, ricochet from your defender, and it falls for them. And of course, they will make you pay your school fees, and that's what they did.
Well, it was a couple of minutes later in the 64th minute where South Africa erupted. The stadium was in jubilation because Mbogazi had struck South Africa for a minute. We were on top of the world after this.
Yeah, Mbogazi winning the ball, Lana, Waitala out, Gwana Sesi, and Gwana Sesi plays Umshishi. But there, Siben in Tata, that defender wanted to clear the ball. Look at the 10-year Amshishi. Look at the goal. Yabana la Umbogazi. First half, they are Kupugi guys. But now, second half, because of the appearing here, can Oko. Nati said I'm trustanyana. That's why second half I take guys. Because la papambi ngathi namhlanje as create ama opportunity now. Ithi ngimshiyo Oko ngoba senyamthemba because they played well, I think, for abantu abaqala udlala together with Hlobo.
Yeah.
It took you man labe ngithi siyolala kahle la. Ngithi siyogidla yi.
And Hlobo, you looked at this goal and you couldn't stop running around because something you're very familiar with. It's that he tried this very thing before.
Yeah, you got to love Mbogazi, the bravery of the kid, to try to advance with the ball when it's not marked. And that's the talent on his own. But when I look at this combination of Temba, him looking at the ball, he's still looking for it. He calls for it. And then this is a touch to escape the pressure and to put it on his stronger foot. What I liked about his this shot is the fact that he hit it with his shoelace, body over the ball, and he knew that when he hit it that clean, no goalkeeper would put it. Even Itumeleng Khune and his reserve goalkeeper, if you put the two of them, they were never going to save that one.
Yeah, and Hlobo, normally seconds before the goal, he had the similar situation.
Yeah.
But Lapayana, we Kelile, and then he height your corner, it was a bit lower.
Yeah.
The second opportunity, which is the goal now,
yeah.
Uyilungisile wena ma uboje la bele ngifake ipower and then ngikhuphule iheight kancane ibe phezulu and he did exactly that. So man yazi ngiyasho emandla lalela imbumbulu.
I hate it when we lose football matches, when we score goals like this. This is a goal that we should win as a football match, ma.
But you say that, right?
Yeah.
And then in my mind I then say to you, we just perhaps aren't a scoring nation, Hlobo. Because
I did mention.
And hold on, let me tell you why I say that. Because every time you sit here and you tell me about the opportunities we created, we did so well. Which tells me we're creating opportunities. Our attackers, Rile, Shompo, Mshishi, Apollos, they're all giving us something. But every single match it ends and you tell us, we deserve to win, we should have won.
In the last 5-10 years, how many of our leading goal scorers scores? You find out a leading goal scorer in 30 games a leading goal scorer scores 12 goals and is a leading goal scorer in our country. So that has been happening for the last 10 years. And we've been saying we need a striker coach, somebody who has been there to help our strikers. And we look at a striker like Reyners, Yochofazo Mabasa, for instance. When you look at them, they're always competing for that golden goal. So I do believe that we have strikers that can score a minimum of those goals that we need. But we need them into our
Because when it comes to playing the ball, the passing game, when it comes to keeping the ball and passing, as you can see here, Mshish comes in and there he goes again. He's got the ball. Upulama windows now.
Combination play, and they understand him. Umudiba, he tried to do the right thing, Lapayana. But that is the different Eyagam Shishi, no really. Urili Sasemani, Urili, sometimes Toli Gakula, Gabi available Gakul, but Shishi, each and every move, Uba available, and even the teammates now, Bayam Funa, Mabal Petty Ball, and that's the difference I let her and the experience I let her, and Urili is going to learn a lot from Ulo. Umshishi but mbuyele kuwe wena Hlompo.
Yeah.
Coach Hugo Bros, guys, mina I always like the final decision, the final squad as our coach, mina nyam support.
Yeah.
But in Tando Guti, Urenas, we have to have Urenas.
Yeah. Hopper came on, he's the other striker.
Yeah, but Uma Hopper ufana no lie. Bazok Nigeza that fighting spirit. Uma Hopper is tall, is strong, but Agab Nigezi is not clinical. Okay, here, good header, but he's not a clinical a goal scorer. He's not a goal poacher.
So guys, you're telling me that we watched these two matches. The outcomes of both matches for you is that we need a better striker. What about defensively? Are we happy? Because we conceded 2 goals, both from set pieces, something we've struggled with for a while now. So.
Yeah, it's something that we can fix when you look at it. But it's something that needs a lot of experience in terms of talking. When you look at this goal, we didn't organize properly. After this, we were lucky we didn't concede. Now the last goal needs to be marked. I'll show you in the talk. I've drawn this and this. It looks good on the drawing. But what I didn't like here is the fact that they didn't mark from the first ball. I don't know if you look at the players that are riding, this is Bogazi and Maseko. It looks casual when they look in that way, but those are the two dangerous players that they were marked. Look at that after that. One is free, one blocked Maseko. Now we're reacting in our box. You cannot afford to react.
Look at the time he's got.
Look at the time that he's got. In our box, in this level, you can't react in our box. Now he's still that's got time. He's short. We're lucky we didn't concede. Now, this is where we talk about 2v1, and I'm talking about 2v1 is 2 defenders, is with his Modiba and the line. It's 2v1. Now, the guy Win Rodriguez, his left footer, he has to be forced to go to his right because left footer is being his strong foot. He must go to the right. Now he's going to the left. Now look what is happening at the far post. 4v4, but we didn't mark. None of our center defender, Ekong and Mbogazi, Mudiba, none of them had looked up and see where the striker is. If you remember, when we didn't score the goal, Lyle Foster was blocked into the box, and that's where Shafulu said, "You must move."
I'm looking down for a minute because I want to see. 54 minutes have been played between Turkey and Denmark. That's the match, of course, that's going to determine who else comes in our group. It's 1-0. Denmark, we all thought it was going to be. They're trailing at the moment, so it could happen that Turkey is a team that comes in. Of course, there's another big game at 11 this evening. DR Congo and Jamaica. So we could get the 10th African team to join the African teams that are already there from the CAF regions. DR Congo have to beat Jamaica this evening in order to join that day. This weekend,